What's up, team? Fullest is again Amy. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my canal. So today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to make some stew with fried fish and with some boiled cassava. This is my favorite. I do sometimes eat this one as breakfast or at dinner or lunch. All depends on the mood and the appetite that I'm having. So I've already seasoned my fish. I'm using the red sniper. I've already seasoned the fish. I've already cut the cassava. As you guys can see, I have the cassava in the pan. I have some salt in it. So we're going to leave the cassava first, and then we're going to first fry the fish and fry all the ingredients together. I like to season my fish like in the evening so that I leave it the whole night before use. So now I've put the oil into the frying pan because we're just going to leave that one to get hot a little bit. I'm just going to put a little bit of onions to see how warm it is. It's a little bit warm, so I'm just going to put the fish in, let the fish fry. Cassava and stew with cassava is one of my favorite dish. My mom used to make it a lot. It's one of my favorites. I like it, especially with some big fish. I love red sniper. Red sniper is my favorite fish in the market. It's a little bit expensive, but I do like it. So now we're just gonna leave the fish to fry. I've already cut all the ingredients because that is how I like to cook. I like to cut everything and put everything, so when it's time to cook, it's just take and cut. So now that the fish is frying, I'm gonna try to see if I can move the fish, because you don't want to like touch the fish if it's not properly fried underneath, or else the fish will break. So I like to kind of move it around to see if the fish is moving around, and then when the fish is moving around, then I know, okay, the other side has fried well. Now it's time to turn the fish and let the fish fry on the other side. I don't want the fish to get super dry, like super dry, so I'm just going to turn it around. But if you want, you can leave it to fry a little bit more, but we're just gonna leave it to fry. I love fish, like I love seafood. Anything seafood invites me over, I'm here. I'm there to eat. So I'm just gonna allow that fish to fry. When the fish is fried, I'm just gonna remove the fish out so you guys can see the fish is fried. It's looking good, looking delicious. So now I can turn the fish around. We're just gonna move that fish out of the pan, and then I'm going to drain the oil. I'm going to put the oil into a separate pan. And then I'm going to use that same pan to fry the vegetables. So I didn't show you guys the onions, but you're gonna need 1 onions. So you're gonna use 1 onions. Now I'm gonna put the onion into the pan and let it to fry. Just a little bit of oil that was in the pan. That is all I need. I don't need like a bunch of oil in it, just a little bit. So now we're gonna leave the onions. You guys can see now I have put the fire on for the cassava to boil. So we're gonna allow the cassava to boil, to steam very well, because I love my cassava very soft. So we're gonna allow cassava to boil, and now we're going to add the pepper. I love colorful pepper. I'm gonna add the yellow pepper and the red and the orange. I just love the colors in the pan. And then when I add the onions leaf, the green one, it's just the colorful look in the pan is amazing. I just love how colorful it looks. That is why I always like to cook with fresh pepper and fresh onions, because it's so colorful. Now we're going to add the green leaf, and love the colors, like the green, the yellow, the red, and the orange in the pan. It's beautiful. I just love to see colors. Like I love food, and I love when food looks very beautiful. Cooking it, I just love to see food. I don't like when somebody's cooking and everywhere and everything is just looking crazy. I love to see beautiful colors inside the pan, and that kind of increase my appetite of eating. Yes, it kind of give me some like boost, kind of make me feel like want to eat the food a lot. So I'm going to allow that to steam a little bit. We're going to check on the cassava to see how far the cassava is cooking. As you guys can see, the water is boiling. I'm going to open the pan, just try to mix it around to see how far it is, but we still have a little bit more to go. I like to mix it because I don't like the cassava to stick on the pan, because when it stick on the pan, then it's like it breaks, and I don't want it to break. So I'm just gonna mix it, and I'll close it again and let it steam. So now we're going to focus on the stew and see how far it is. how far it is. I think it's enough now. You guys can see that colors. It looks so beautiful. So I'm just gonna mix it, and then I'm gonna add the rest of the ingredient in to the pan. You don't need to overcook your vegetables. I'm gonna add shrimps. You guys know I have shrimps. That is shrimps and some dry fish. I love shrimps and I love dry fish. I'm gonna add my pepper. I'm gonna add pepper. I'm gonna add the pepper is hot, and the rosemary. I'm gonna add that one as well, and I'm just gonna mix everything. I didn't put a lot of pepper just because I don't eat a lot, and that is the African pepper, the hot one, the Madame Chinette pepper. If you're from the Netherlands, that's how we call it. And now I'm gonna add my tomato. I don't really like to add water into my stew just because, yeah, the tomato have a lot of water. Vegetables are full with water, so you don't really want to add a bunch of water in it, because then you're gonna overcook all the products. You're gonna overcook everything, and I don't want to overcook my vegetables, So now we're just gonna leave that to steam for a couple of minutes so that the shrimps can cook. I love shrimps. I know the shrimps is not necessary to add in it, but I just love shrimps, so that's why I'm adding the shrimps. Yes, I just love shrimps. Shrimps are one of my favorite food, so I just like to add it a little bit more. Mix it, and then after mixing, I'm going to take the water that I used to steam to season the fish. I'm just going to add it in there because that one also had some season in it that I use on the fish. I'm just going to add it so that the shrimps can also have some of that seasoning, and it will taste delicious. And I'm gonna add this Maggi fish. I'm gonna add one of this Maggi fish in it, and just to give it more season, just salt it. You can add salt if you want to. I like to use Maggi season instead of salt. I don't know why, but just how I cook. But sometimes I do also use salt and Maggi season at the same time, but for now we're just going to use the Maggi season. Maybe later on I will add a little bit of salt if necessary, but you just have to taste it to see how it's taste. So now we're just gonna mix everything. We just mixing, let everything to cook. It's almost done because shrimps doesn't really take that much of a time to cook. So we're just going to leave everything to steam, and everything is almost done. Leave it to steam, and then whilst that is steaming, I'm going to try to clear up the kitchen, clean up stuff, clean everything, mix it once more again to see how everything, you guys can see everything has cooked. Everything is looking very, very delicious. I really love the colors. I didn't add any tomato paste, nothing. It's just the tomato I use on its own. It's good like that. You don't need to add any tomato paste. So you guys, let me just bring everything closer to you guys. Focus, camera, focus. Yes, you guys can see that deliciousness. Everything looks so delicious, and it tastes really, really good. And this is such a very simple dish to make. You can actually make this as breakfast. You can make this as dinner. You can make this as lunch. Like I said, it all depends on the mood. All depends on the appetite or how hungry I am in the morning. Some of you guys know I'm taking the macro, so I have days where I wake up in the morning, I'm really hungry, and I want to eat something heavy that will sustain me for a little bit while if I'm going out or I'm going to work or I have other things doing. So now I'm just going to put the fish on top and let everything steam. You guys can see I love, normally you can cut your fish into slices, but I love the big fish just lying down there in the pan. It just looks delicious. It looks delicious. Let me know what you guys think of this recipe. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comment box. All the information you guys need will be in the description box. Please do not forget to follow me on, don't forget to check my Amazon store, and don't forget to follow me on my Instagram, my Facebook like page. All the links will be down in the description box. So guys, cassava is finished, and now we're going to put the cassava on the plate. Just gonna put the cassava the way you want to put it, organize it the way you want to organize it, and then put your stew, put your fish, and then you're ready to eat. This is super delicious. Super delicious. So guys, this is the cassava and this is the meal. I hope you all like this video. If you guys do, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share. I'll definitely will be back with the makeup tutorial, but for now let me show you guys the things that I love to do. I love to do so many things, not only makeup. I love to eat and I love to cook, so I want to come and share with you guys some of my recipes. Hope you all like this video and I will see you guys on my next video. Enjoy. Team Fullest. Vergeet niet te abonneren. Vergeet mij niet te volgen op mijn Instagram en op mijn Facebookpagina. Hoop ik jullie zo snel mogelijk te zien. Heb je vragen? Laat mij weten in de commentbox. Alle informatie staat in de beschrijvingsbox. Team Fullest, bedankt voor jullie liefde en steun. En hoop ik jullie zo snel mogelijk te zien op mijn volgende video. Doeg! Vergeet niet te abonneren.